I am now privileged to present this year's Presidential Honoree, Mr. Lloyd Blankfein, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Goldman Sachs. Accepting on his behalf is Ms. Dina Powell, Head of Goldman Sachs' Impact Investing Business and President of the Goldman Sachs Foundation. Lloyd Blankfein has played a pivotal role at Goldman Sachs. He joined the J. Aron Currency and Commodities Division in 1982 and was named partner in 1988. Lloyd was named co-head of the J. Aron Division in 1994 and co-head of the Fixed Income, Currency, and Commodities Division in 1997. In 2003, Lloyd became the firm's President and Chief Operating Officer, and in 2006, he became Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Goldman Sachs Group. Under Lloyd's leadership, Goldman Sachs has become one of the largest private backers of community colleges in New York City and across the country through their 10,000 Small Businesses program and the Goldman Sachs Gives. This spring, through the Goldman Sachs Gives Community College Fund, the firm committed an additional $1 million to select community colleges, including BMCC, to strengthen their endowments in support of need-based financial aid. Accepting on behalf of Lloyd, accepting in Lloyd's behalf is Dina Powell, head of Goldman Sachs' Impact Investing Business and President of the Goldman Sachs Foundation. As head of the Impact Investing Business, Dina is responsible for the firm's investment in housing and community development projects, deploying more than $5 billion in loans and equity investment to revitalize neighborhoods and support underserved communities across the United States. As president of the Goldman Sachs Foundation, she oversees the firm's strategic programs to foster global economic growth and opportunity, including 10,000 women and 10,000 small businesses, which provide access to capital business education and mentorship to entrepreneurs in the U.S. and around the world. Dina also serves as the head of Goldman Sachs' Gives, the firm donor advised fund from which partners of the firm support charitable organizations around the world. Prior to joining Goldman Sachs, Dina had a long-standing career in government, serving as Assistant Secretary of State and Deputy Undersecretary of Public Affairs and Public Diplomacy at the U.S. Department of State, and as Assistant to the President for Presidential Personnel on the senior staff of the White House. Please join me with a round of applause for a great friend to BMCC, Lloyd Blankfein, accepting on his behalf Ms. Dina Powell.
Thank you, President Perez. Good morning. I'd love to have one shot at start here. Thank you so much. Thank you, President Perez. Thank you to the Board of Trustees of BMCC, to the members of the Foundation, and to all the incredible faculty and staff who care so deeply about each and every one of the graduates. I also want to recognize Senator Chuck Schumer, who has joined us this morning. Thank you, Senator Schumer, for being with us. And I want to say a very special congratulations to Alex Garino. Your achievements are incredibly inspiring to us, and such a warm welcome to your family from Italy and all over. It is such an honor for me to be here this morning and to accept the President's Medal of Honor on behalf of Lloyd Blankfein, our firm's chairman and CEO. And it's really a great privilege to be here, to see all of your families and the pride on their faces. I thought I might start by sharing a little bit about Lloyd. He grew up in public housing and attended Thomas Jefferson High School in Brooklyn, New York. Lloyd's father sorted mail for the United States Post Office, and his mother was a receptionist. Although his parents didn't go to college, they worked so hard to support Lloyd, and he had a unique combination of ambition, hard work, and a strong community around him. He not only went on to college, as you heard, he went to law school, and he's been running our firm for nearly a decade. Lloyd believes, as many of my colleagues do at Goldman Sachs, that education is truly the great equalizer in communities across our country. That was certainly the case in my family's background. My parents brought me and my sister to America so that we could have a good education. I am an immigrant, like so many of you in this room. My family and I immigrated from Cairo, Egypt, when I was a young girl. Ahlan wa sahlan. I didn't speak English, I didn't understand the culture, and I remember desperately wanting to fit in and wanting to be like everybody else. But my parents always told my sisters and me, "We are so proud to be becoming Americans, but we never want you to forget your heritage and where you came from." I remember sitting in Dallas at a lunch table and sitting with some of the popular girls for once. And all of them were eating turkey and cheese sandwiches on white bread. And I really wished I had the same meal. But instead, my mom, who worked 2 jobs while she was getting her master's degree, but who packed my lunch every day, always packed a thorough lunch, and usually it was things like hummus and grape leaves. So I stood out. My parents worked hard so that their 3 daughters could get a good education, believe in ourselves, and they really did instill in us the belief that we could do anything we wanted to do. But like so many good immigrant parents, they used to tell us that they had left their homeland, their friends, their families, everything for us so we could pursue our dreams, just as long as we were a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. How many of you have heard that? Well, I never became a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. I had a career in government, and now I've been at Goldman Sachs for 10 years. And even though my parents never really understood, they were supportive nonetheless. I'll never forget the day they visited me when I worked at the White House and they met President Bush. My father, in broken English and with tears in his eyes, said, "I can't believe that I could bring a little girl who didn't speak English, and now I can watch her work for the president of my adopted country." That is what is unique about our country, and it is educational institutions like BMCC who welcome immigrants like me and you and help us reach our future. That is why at Goldman Sachs we are so proud, as President Perez said, to support community colleges across the country. And I can already tell you're a competitive group, so I should tell you that BMCC was one of only 10 community colleges across the country to receive this grant. And we are so proud of you. I want to close by recognizing what an important milestone today is for you and your families. I am so proud to see how ambitious you are, how hopeful you are, and I hope you always remain the way you feel today, but especially open-minded to new opportunities. And don't tell my parents I told you this, but don't always listen to the advice of your parents and everybody around you. Always follow your passions, your gut, because it's only by following your own dreams, your own paths, that you can be truly successful and where you can make the greatest impact on our world. As Maya Angelou once said, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So to the 2016 graduates of BMCC, we were here and we watched you start here, and we can't wait to watch you go anywhere. Congratulations.
Now I'd like to give the award to Lloyd Blankfein.
I'm not Lloyd, but...
No, I know, but on behalf...
kidding.
I don't
That
think you
was
look
a
like...
joke.
In recognition of your outstanding contribution to BMCC and higher education and your commitment to the leaders of tomorrow, we give this to Lloyd Blankfein. Dina, thank you for
Thank
listening
you.
on his behalf.
Thank you so much. Thank you, President. Thank you so much.
Great.